And we are live. Breaking news from Syria. This is the image from the telegram of the Syrian army. Official Syrian army. Don't ask me how do I know. There's people there that send me images. Let them panic. Let the Syrian army panic. People are exposing them. Watch it before it disappears. Syrian army, a general from the Syrian army who invited the American army to go with the Syrian army so they can discuss about how they're going to combat ISIS. A general from the Syrian army, the guy who invited them, or part of it, went into the meeting when the American soldiers came, Allahu Akbar, blew himself on them. This is the first time that the Syrian army works with the American army. The first time. They've done it many times with the Kurds. No one did Allahu Akbar on them. They've done it many times with the Druze. They've done it many times with the Christians, with the Yazidis. They've done it many times with the Israelis. Never did they go suicide bomb on American soldiers. They do it with the Syrian army the first time, and they blow them to pieces, killing 3 American officers, as far as we know, and maybe possibly more. Official. You know what? Watch this video as I arrange. I just jumped in right now. Watch this video that I just made for you guys. Blew up himself on the American soldiers, killing 3 American officers, is a general in the Jawlani army. The man named is Suhyan Abu Jabir, head of the general security in Badia, blew himself up with a delegation from the international coalition as the American came to basically work together. The first time that the Americans come to work with the Syrian army, the first time. They've done that many times with the Kurds. No one ever blew himself up. They've done that many times with the Druze. Nothing happened. With Israel, nothing happened. The first time they work with the Syrian army, the general who invited them to this meeting from that army, here, look at this picture. Look at this picture. See him standing here next to Al-Jawlani. No one stands that close to Al-Jawlani. He is a member of the inner circle of that government, of that military. He went Allahu Akbar, blew himself up, and killed 3 American officers, injured even more. Now, I'll tell you how it gets even more crazy, because they're lying to you. Someone is lying to the American citizens. Keep trying to tell you, oh, Syria is a good nation. There are friends. Jawlani is a good guy. Look at the telegram. This is the official telegram of the Syrian army. Don't ask me how I know. There's people inside there that keep sending me these things. Let them panic. Let them panic who it is. They're right now sending each other pictures of baklawas. The Syrian army official telegrams pictures of baklawa. Let's keep going. This is the Turkish media. 164,000 subscribers. Look how many hearts. Look how many smiles. Only 3 sad faces. Everybody is celebrating. Keeps going even worse. This is the main media of Syria. 206,000 members. This is the main official Syrian media Telegram channel. Look at that. Confettis, hearts, celebrating. The Syrian people are celebrating the massacre of American soldiers. Meanwhile, America have went and only been good to them. You've lifted up their sanctions. You started giving them money. You invited their president into the White House and gave him golden perfumes. And how do they repay you? Suicide bombings. First chance they had, Allah Akbar, and just go rampage, killing American soldiers. The brigades in Syria right now are celebrating, shooting in the air in a celebration for tricking the Americans. So they managed to trick you guys that they're not ISIS, and then invited you for a meeting to combat ISIS. Invited the Americans to meeting to combat ISIS, and then blew themselves up on them and killed them. What can you tell? Here, look at this. You see this imam? This imam here, standing in the podium with military gear, military uniform, official from the government with an AK-47, praising the killing of American soldiers. This is what your media is not telling you. How long can we keep warning you? We're telling you, look at all my videos. I've been telling you forever. Wake up, you're being tricked, you're being played. Meanwhile, Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens try to tell you from inside, no, Israel is the bad guy. Syria are your friends. Gaza is your friends. They're not hiding it. So if they tell you they want to kill you, they're clear about their intentions, but your own people in your governments and in your media keep telling you, no, it's not true. Don't listen to Israel. Don't listen to the Druze. Don't listen to the Kurds. Don't listen to the Christians in the Middle East. Don't listen to the Yazidis. Don't listen to anyone. They have no idea what they're talking. They're our friends. They're good people. What is going on? Yep, I just did a reaction video to my video for whoever was wondering. So, guys, you see this guy here, right here? So that is the guy in the inner circle of Jawlani. He is literally part of his security. You see these two guys behind him, like generals, and him right behind him, the sheikh. We're talking someone that is very high up, very close. By the way, for those who don't know the show, my name is Mansour. I'm an Israeli. I'm a Druze. I'm a former special forces operator and an officer in the IDF. And I was born and raised in Israel. I have family and relatives in Syria and in Lebanon, and I have a lot of contacts in the Middle East. I'm getting reports usually way before that the media gets them through Telegram and other channels. Oh boy, the things that I've been getting right now, you better listen up before they start deleting them, because there's a big cover up happening in the West. Borderline betrayal, I would call it. Borderline betrayal, mostly from the mainstream media and the big influencers, Tucker Carlson's and others, who are trying. They're literally carpet bombing the truth, guys. There's a carpet bombing of the truth worldwide. Anything that is related to Islam, anything that is related to threats to the US from Islam, and anything related to Israel. Carpet bombing the truth, trying to hide from you. And a big part of this effort, which is undoubtedly going to blow in the face of the American people. There's no way around it. Play with the devil and you will get hurt. Play with fire, you're going to get burned. Play with Islam or radical jihad, there is no way you will not get hurt. There's no way. I'm telling you, like, it cannot happen. So a big effort is trying to make this guy here, Al Jawlani, to look good, all the way that they literally invited him to the White House and gave him perfumes. Meanwhile, his general here, which is a high up general in the area that the American army is operating in Syria. Now, because for some bizarre reason they've been ignoring the warnings from Israel and other partners in the Middle East, the real allies of America actually, America have chose to ignore it and pretend that Syria is a new Syria just because an ISIS terrorist put a suit, and that they're friends of America, and basically told Israel, pull back, don't do anything there. We have new friends now, the Arabs. They tell us what's happening. We trust them. So we saw a video yesterday or 2 days ago with American soldiers, some of them females, dancing with ISIS, with Jawlani soldiers, dancing. Hey, everything's fine here. 2 days later, suicide bombing, killing them. You are being fooled by the most primitive. They're not con artists. I mean, they're not specialists. They're not very smart. Like, literally, that's embarrassing how easily America was fooled to let their guard down and send their soldiers just in the middle of Syria as more radical than Gaza, guys. I'm telling you, as an officer who was in Gaza, as an officer who was in some places, let's just not say where I was, but let's just say that I know Syria very well. Have you lost your mind? It's Gaza on steroids. Sending your soldiers to a meeting? Can you call an ambush without saying the word ambush? So this guy and his friends called the Americans delegation, and they came. Let's talk about how to combat ISIS, called by ISIS. So ISIS called America, told them, come, let's meet so we can talk about how we combat ISIS. And what did they do? What ISIS does well. Allah Akbar, blew themselves, killed them. A general in the government. Let me show you more stuff in case it doesn't sink before they start deleting this, guys. So that's the general here. That's the guy meeting with American soldiers. You don't get to shake the hand of American generals in Syria. I mean, it's just very sad. The smile on their face, playing basketball with Jawlani. Seriously, Americans, they're making fools out of you. They are making fools out of the American citizens. Meanwhile, Tucker Carlson and Nick Fontes and others trying to tell you all kind of nonsense about who are the enemies of America. Guys, they're serious enemies to America that blow themselves. Telegram, official telegram of the Syrian army, sending baklawas right now. America, immediately after, started flying fighter jets. Fighter jets over the area. Now, when you fly a fighter jet that low over civilian area, there's a reason, especially in the Arab world. It's a show of force. Israel does that all the time. That guy is not related, really. Israel does that all the time when they wanna scare or remind the jihadists who's in control. Funeral of Nasrallah and others. fighter jets. So this is American fighter jets. I took the liberty of showing you on the map the area where the attack happened. This is Palmyra in Syria. And as you can see, around that area, there is, for some bizarre reasons, American forces, which, by the way, are in charge of also protecting Jawlani. I don't know when did America decide that they need to defend ISIS terrorists from his own people who want to kill him. But don't tell anyone I told you that. So here is something very crazy. You see this guy here. I'll explain to you. This is, you need to know that. This guy here, this is the image of Jawlani. Sorry, I just compiled images fast so I can come and jump. I'll explain to you in a second. You know what? No, I'll explain to you now. Let's go back to this guy. So this guy here, the emergence of a photo bringing together the perpetrator of the Palmyra attack with Interior Minister Anas Khatib leaves no room for interpretation or justification. This does not indicate passing acquaintance, but rather a clear political and security partnership. Whoever takes photo with the interior minister of a country and then goes and invite American soldiers to come and meet him on behalf of the Syrian government and then goes and does Allahu Akbar, blow themselves. Tell me, guys, that this is not a declaration of war. Seriously, I'm getting fed up and tired of trying to tell you you're being fooled. You are being fooled. ISIS is ISIS. It was always ISIS. It never stopped being ISIS. And for some reason, you're just inviting them to the White House and giving them perfume. Guys, this is not a joke. And the next video is, again, this image. The next video is American fighter jets right now flying over Syria and attacking targets, apparently. Hey guys, you know what? Well, America's gonna start bombing Syria? I mean, didn't your president just meet with their president like a few weeks ago? Invited him to the White House, gave him golden perfume, and then told him that we're great partners and we're gonna help you guys. Like, so what are you gonna do now? The government of Syria attacked your soldiers, killed them, ambushed them. So what's going to be next? What's going to be Donald Trump's move? By the way, you see these images I'm getting here? Like I said, I have quite a few sources there that I'm getting all kind of stuff, very reliable, trustworthy, not one, not two, so I can do correspondence. In Damascus right now, that's a Humvee right before the attack. In Damascus right now, there is shops that are selling hats and scarves of ISIS and Al-Qaeda. Explain that to me. Damascus, we're talking in their capital. Wouldn't that something that you would want to arrest and stop? If you're not ISIS, how come they have shops in the market selling these stuff? Now, in a more bizarre turn of events, this is the main Telegram channel of the Syrian media. 260,572 subscribers. They are glorifying what happened. They're all putting thumbs ups and likes when they said that, American soldiers were murdered and killed. There is literally confettis, emojis. That's how the Syrian people are responding to this. I mean, first of all, they hate you. Second of all, they're just so blunt, stupid, forgive my language, thinking that this is good news, that they just attacked America. They're excited. It kind of reminds us of Hamas on October 7. On the day of October 7, they were excited. They were exhilarated. Yay, best day of my life. We all remember Fafu, right? So they're doing the same thing. They're going around. Look how many likes. 21 likes, 11 thumbs up, fire, not a single person. Oh, this is sad. 3 American soldiers were just murdered by our government, by our army. Look at that. Everybody is super excited. 92 emojis, like 34 hearts, smileys. Only 3 people made a sad face. So this is Syria, guys. When they kill your soldiers, they all get excited. They all celebrate. I'm not making this up. This is, by the way, this is Turkey. This is the telegram of Turkey. Talking about another ally. For some bizarre reason, in the last year, I would say there's a big shift in the American administration trying to portray the Muslims and the Muslim world as the greatest allies of America. And at the same time, getting paid lots of money and sending them fighter jets. I'm serious, guys. Something is happening in your country, and you better check things up. Like literally, this was the picture. That's the ISIS guy whose government just killed your guys. Perfume. Like, hey, here, golden perfume. Like Saddam Hussein will give a golden AK-47. Let's give a dictator golden perfume. As if it's not enough. The 107 Brigade, affiliated with Jawlani forces in Zama area of Jabal countryside, opened fire in celebration of the suicide attack. So the army, the official army of Syria, went around, Allahu Akbar, Takbir, starts shouting, Takbir, Takbir, hey, Jaysh Muhammad, Yaoud, all these songs that they like to sing. They're celebrating. So the army in Syria right now, again, I'm saying this here so they don't hide it from you. CNN is not going to tell you that. Most likely, your government is not going to tell you that, because they're trying to cover up for the Syrian army, because there's a hidden agenda and lots of money and lots of forces working behind the scenes trying to make Syria a greater ally of America. I'm telling you right now, this is what they're doing. There are soldiers on the ground going and celebrating right now and shooting there when they murdered your soldiers, ambushed them. This is the footage just before. So apparently they came to that meeting. Here's the shop I was talking to you about. Look at this. That's in Damascus. That's today. The shop in Damascus today is just selling flags of Syria, flags of ISIS, flags of Al-Qaeda, hats of ISIS, like it's a famous football club, And here, this is insane. Look at the date. Let me make it easier for you to see. See the date here, 13/12/2025. So this is an imam in Dara. That's the area that's right by the border with Israel, by the way. That's the area that most of the Muslims from there went to slaughter the Christians and the Druze. And Israel went and started beating the crap, the cow poop out of them. And then America told Israel, stop, don't hurt them. They're our allies, they're our friends. They're not bad anymore. Stop. Literally forced Israel to stop. Same day of the attack, an imam wearing official Syrian military outfit goes up and start praising the killing of American soldiers. I don't know what to tell you. What do you think is going to happen if, let's say, Russia would have just blown American soldiers and started praising it all the way, or if Germany or if Mexico, right, opened attack with one of their generals, with his soldiers, ambush American soldiers who apparently became their allies. Allahu Akbar, yo quiero Taco Bell, I don't know, made some kind of a announcement that will fit. Boom, blew himself up. And then his army and police start parading in the streets, shouting, yeah, good job. Their priests start going up and standing on their podiums. Good job, we killed the infidels. All their Telegram channels praising it. Baklawa, baklawa, baklawa. Knafe, knafe, knafe. Here, I'm not making this up. Baklawa, here, get some baklawa. This is from official Telegram channel of the Syrian army. Baklawa, baklawa, knafe, knafe. Yay, we did it. And then their allies, Turkey, their media, all start celebrating it. Wouldn't that wake up your government to realize, maybe they're not our allies? Maybe they don't like us. For some bizarre reason, maybe in Muslim countries, when they say they want to kill us, they mean it. And when they kill us, it's not a mistake. So that is what is happening, guys, in Syria right now. Right now. It happened today. And I'm here to tell you, before they start doing all kind of cover up for it, speechless. With that said, I want to add something very important. My prayers with the families of these brave servicemen, my prayers with the wounded, may they survive, and my prayers that may the decision makers who allowed this to happen May they come to realization for the terrible mistakes that they've done that literally came and cost the lives of people that should have not died. This could have been easily prevented. There is literally no need for American soldiers to be driving a Humvee in Syria. No need. Guys, it's like insane. You should not. There should not be a single American troop in Syria unless it's a Delta Force raid, Navy SEAL raid into the palace to take down, jihadists that kidnapped this country, or fighter jets going around to blow the crap out of these jihadists. There's literally no need for American boots on the ground walking in Syria pretending to be their allies. It is amateur, it is dangerous, and it is ignoring warnings written on the wall. I think, I'm not kidding, that in my last 20 videos, maybe, take just randomly, pick my last 20 videos on YouTube, throwing out of my head right now, 12 of them possibly would have been warnings about Syria. 12 of them. And every single one of them is based from people in Syria. People in Syria, people who know Syria, warning, America, wake up, America, wake up. And that's just only me. There's many like me who've been warning you. So how can this be ignored? And I tell you even what, we're going to start seeing more of that in your streets. You're going to start seeing more of that in Europe. You're going to start seeing more of that in Michigan, in New York City, in America, in Texas, in Berlin. Everywhere that you've allowed Islam to enter, you're going to start seeing that. Islam is not compatible to go hand in hand with the West. Muslims can live in the West. A Muslim person can live in the West, can have a great life living in the West, and can be a great citizen. Sometimes even better than the locals. It's human like anyone else. A Muslim can live in the West. Islam cannot exist in the West. The moment that they exist, the moment that it becomes not even a majority, the moment it becomes like 10%, forget it. You're done. They start showing a hostile takeover from within. They hate you. They're not compatible. In Germany, 2-3 days ago, a Muslim man went and kidnapped 2 donkeys from a nativity story farm and tortured them to death. Why? Because we're partaking in a Christianity infidel celebration. He just went and tortured donkeys. That's how much they hate you. Why do you think they go in every celebration, Syrians most likely also, there was like hundreds, no, not hundreds, thousands of Syrian migrants going to celebrate the fall of Bashar al-Assad, which is basically the taking of ISIS and Al-Qaeda. When they celebrate the fall of Bashar al-Assad, they're not celebrating the fall of Bashar al-Assad. They're celebrating that the triumph of radical Sunnah, radical religious Islam over secular Islam. You see, that's how crazy it is. They don't see it as wrong as, oh, Bashar al-Assad was bad, was evil, he was killing people. No, they replaced him with another guy that is killing people. So that was not the problem. He was not religious. So that is the mentality. So when you see them coming to your Christmas markets, when you see them coming to shout and chant, it's a show of force. They do it in your face. They're clearly saying, well, why wouldn't they go somewhere else? Why don't you come to a Christmas market? It's always, why do you think? It's a show of force, and for some reason your mainstream media is trying to cover for it and hide. Crazy guys. This just happened in Syria. Anyway, I'm gonna keep you updated as we go. Oh, 1 second, here we go. I'm getting more reports. Of course. Unbelievable. Here. Guys, I'll translate it for you. This is the celebration that is happening right now in Syria. Because they killed American soldiers. Their army, they see it as a sign of victory, as a sign of finally doing the right thing. Here, let me tell you what the report says. The celebration was held in the city of Jabla in the countryside. Latiqa the governor attended by supporters of the interim government following the killing of the US soldiers. So here you go. And I'm telling you, I just came right now to start telling you these things. There's probably going to be more and more evidence coming, overwhelming evidence coming out, but they don't want to, they will try to hide it from you. That's how simple it is. Actually, here's the video of Donald Trump. Let's watch it. That's an important one. That's the reaction of Donald Trump right after. Let's see it together. Let's see it together. What is the official reaction of President Donald Trump regarding, I'll upload it here, regarding the attack of the US troops in Syria. Where is it? There we go. 1 minute.
Mourn the loss of three great patriots. You know how it happened? So we mourn the loss of three great patriots in Syria. You know how it happened? There was an ambush, terrible. We also have three wounded. They seem to be doing pretty well. But we mourn the loss. These are three great people. And it's just a terrible thing. Syria, by the way, was fighting along with us. The new president of Syria is, as they told me, and I'm not surprised, he's devastated by what happened. This was an ISIS attack on us and Syria. And again, we mourn the loss and we pray for them and their parents and their loved ones. Very, very sad.
Mr. President, will the U.S. retaliate against ISIS?
Yeah, we will.
And should U.S. forces are attacked again?
You're going to be seeing.
And should the U.S. still be
We will retaliate. Thank you very much.
We will retaliate. Thank you very much. He is basically saying that you can see in his face. You can see in his face. This is the face of a man who knows he was cheated, but he still doesn't know how to comprehend it. When will they stop differentiating between ISIS and the government? Seriously, it's becoming embarrassing. The head of that government, Jolani, who was a former ISIS member, his generals were all former ISIS members. Some of them were literally the advisors of Osama bin Laden. And now his cabinet are all Al-Qaeda and ISIS members. They never denounce their ways. And now one of their official generals, someone who is in the circle of that president, like not random guy in the market, they call for a meeting with the American army. It's embarrassing, really, that they're falling for it. They call for the meeting with the American army. The American army all of a sudden says, okay, they're not ISIS anymore. Let's go meet with them. And then they go and they meet and they do Allahu Akbar, blew themselves, kill them in that meeting by the generals and the people in the government. Meanwhile, the people in Syria are celebrating it in the street. I showed you the videos before it get deleted. Their telegrams are going viral, celebrating, doing even baklawas, official telegrams of the Syrian military. Their media is celebrating it, and everybody is, putting the likes and the emojis of confettis and smileys and hearts when it's reported that US soldiers were killed. Turkish media is celebrating it, and then Donald Trump comes and says, no, it was not the government. They're with us. The government just attacked you. Your people, the American soldiers, were not sent to attack ISIS and got killed in the way to attack ISIS. They were sent to meet with the Syrian army and got killed by the Syrian army. US soldiers died, will never come back. They will go home in coffins. They got killed by the Syrian army, who invited them, by generals, like head generals, big, high up. And Donald Trump just comes and says, yeah, they're our allies. What? How did it become so easy to fool America? I don't know. Will this video go viral one day, 20 years from now? People will be watching this video now and says like, I can't believe it. How gullible was our government? Like, seriously? You just send our troops to go and meet with ISIS? And then they blow you? And then you go in a media press and says, yeah, it wasn't the government. The government just did that. The government is ISIS. Wow, really, really hard to explain. I was expecting a different announcement. I'll be honest. I just saw this announcement from President Trump, and there's many, many good things I can say about this president. Many good things. He's done an incredible job in many, many of his foreign policies. But guys, when something has been happening with this bromance with the Arab world, that should concern every American and every citizen of the West. There is things in the world that are just not good. Not good. There's evil forces that are just evil. Plain as that. ISIS is one of them. Qatar is one of them. Muslim Brotherhood is one of them. The Islamic Republic of Iran is one of them. It's undeniable. There's no, yeah, I don't know, they're misunderstood. No, they're not misunderstood. They're clearly saying what they want to do. They just showed you. They just did it. Wow, I'm shocked by this announcement. I was expecting a little bit more from America when another country, their generals and their people just killed your people and celebrated, as we're speaking, celebrating the streets. Ooh, well, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, maybe in a day or two he'll come to senses and he would realize that something has really happened. Did you see his post? Which post? Did Donald Trump make a post? If he did, maybe someone can share that post with me and I'll talk about it here. I didn't have time to see the post. I jumped right in, started talking to my contact in Syria, and basically compiled this video for you to show you before they delete it. If you haven't watched it, if you joined the show right now, go to the beginning. Go to the beginning, you'll see the video, and you'll see all the stuff that I shared there. Trying to read the comments here. All right, well, guys, I'll keep you updated. Stay safe. See you next time.